So, streamers and podcasters always default to the Shure SM7B microphone, and why not? It is an absolutely fantastic microphone, but it is very expensive, costing over £300/dollars, and you also need to get yourself an audio interface as well as really a cloud lifter as well, because it's quite a quiet mic out of the box. So this setup can easily start raking up to costing more than double of what the Shure SM7B costs at retail on its own. These setups aren't always beginner friendly, especially when you're using an XLR interface. There's a lot of tuning and stuff you have to do to get the sound that you want out of the microphone, which is why I'm really excited to share this video about this microphone right here. It is the Fine K658 dynamic microphone coming up. So before we get into it, I just want to say a massive thanks to Fine for sending over the K658 for us to check out on the channel. However, this video isn't sponsored and no one's reviewing this footage before it goes live on YouTube. First, we're going to talk about the specs of the Fine K658 microphone. It is a cardioid dynamic end address microphone, which means that you have to talk into the end of the microphone, just like the Shure M7B. That is where the capsule is, and then it attempts to cancel out anything from around the sides and behind of the microphone. It is a USB-C microphone that you just plug straight into your PC. There's no XLR interface on this microphone. This microphone also has a headphone jack for real-time mic monitoring, and this headphone jack can also be used as an audio output. The K658 has a bit depth of 16-bit and a sample rate of 48 kHz, and the microphone has a frequency response of 70 Hz up to 15 kHz. The microphone also has a easy to access gain volume knob, as well as a capacitive mute button, and it has RGB. Like this microphone, if it's got RGB, you can already take my money. The RGB can also be toggled on and off. As of the time of this recording, the K658 retails on Amazon UK for £109.99. So it's in around the same sort of price range as the Blue Yeti, as well as the HyperX Quadcast. So let's check out what you get in the box and what I think of the build quality. Included in the box, you get the shock mount, which attaches to the rear of the microphone, a USB-C to USB-A 2-meter cable, and the cable is nice and thick. It's not braided, but it is a nice thick cable, and it does feel like decent quality. You get like a 3/8 to 5/8 inch adapter, so it makes it a lot easier to install this on say a boom arm like I have here. The microphone also comes with a metal constructed tripod stand. However, this is really recommended to only be a temporary solution, and that you should get yourself a boom arm like what I've got here. And then you get the microphone itself, which it is very lightweight, I must say, but the build quality is metal, and it does feel like it's well built. It's just not the heaviest of microphones in the world. And then you also have this sound foam attached to the end of the microphone, just like on the Shure SM7B, and this screws off very easily to expose the capsule. So moving into the design, obviously you can tell that they've taken inspiration from the iconic Shure SM7B, but you can see that they've put their own kind of twist on it. You can see that the shock mount that they've included is right at the back here. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it looks quite unique and I quite like the look of it. However, it does increase the overall size, so if you're having this on camera, you don't want it obviously directly in front of your face because it will cover the majority of it. It's got just one setting for the RGB. It's either on, or you can use the capacitive touch and turn it off like so. I'm going to leave it on for this video. I think it's a really good looking microphone for the price. So moving into the ease of use part of this video, This microphone is so easy to use. You don't have to do anything out of the box. You literally plug it in and it came up as a source on OBS, no problems at all, as well as on Discord. And the brilliant thing that makes this so easy to use is obviously you don't have to change any of the sound settings. You just set the volume gain as to how you want it, and you get a really good sound experience out of the box. But what makes this really easy to use for streamers and podcasters is the fact that you've got this big volume gain knob on the top. So if you need to adjust your mic volume on the fly, you can. You don't have to use a Go XLR or a Stream Deck or anything like that. And the same thing goes for your mute as well. All you do is literally touch the capacitive mute button on the top, which I'll do now. Literally touch it on the top and it unmutes me, and it's very responsive. It's so easy to use, and the same thing goes for the RGB as well. Those sorts of features, your mute functionality as well as your volume gain, is something that really you want to have it to hand at a moment's notice so you can change it on the fly, and this makes it incredibly easy to do so. So the microphone may be easy to use, but that means absolutely nothing unless it sounds fantastic as well. You be the judge of how this microphone sounds. I've not changed any of the sound profiles or done any filters in OBS or anything. I'm recording this plugged into my MacBook Pro in OBS, and all I've done is set the gain on the microphone itself. I've not changed anything else, so let me know how you think it sounds. I've been using the microphone on my PC behind me for a few days as well. For me, out of the box, this is one of the best microphones a beginner streamer or podcaster can get, because it's so much less faffing about trying to get the sound profile you want. You get a really good sound profile straight out of the box, which is fantastic. In terms of the sound windshield, unfortunately, plosives are still a bit of a problem with this microphone. You can see that when I say P's and B's and that sort of stuff, if I'm talking directly into the capsule, you will pick up those plosives. The sound shield isn't that effective, but if you want to keep within 4 inches of the microphone and speak into it like I'm doing now off axis, then your air that's coming out of your mouth as you talk isn't going to be shooting directly at the capsule, which will eliminate those plosives for you. You could also put like an extra windshield on it if you wanted, but yeah, this way I think is a really good way to get the best results out of this microphone. Which, yeah, you be the judge of how it sounds. I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. Obviously, it's dynamic as well. So if I go off axis to the left, you can see that it really does change how it sounds, and it's trying to cancel out as much as it can. Moving back around to the other side, you can see again once I go to the other side, and then if I click my fingers behind the mic, you're not going to really be able to hear it all that much. You might be able to hear tiny bits of it, but if you're in a loud house and there's a lot of stuff going on, say outside or downstairs or in another room, this is pretty much going to fully eliminate that, and you won't even be able to hear it. So that's the sound quality of the microphone. Obviously, I'm doing this whole video with this microphone as well, so you can be the judge yourselves on how this sounds. Moving into the headphone jack that's on the back of this microphone, this does mic monitoring with 0 latency, and it can also be used as an audio output for your PC. And I used my Razer Kraken Tournament editions with this microphone, playing some Rocket League with some friends, etc. And yeah, the mic monitoring itself is really good. Again, there is 0 latency, I can confirm it. I didn't really notice any loss in audio quality. Obviously, the Razer Kraken Tournament editions, they're not like a really super high-end set of gaming headphones, but yeah, I didn't really notice any difference in quality between that and plugging into its included USB DAC. So yeah, that was good to see as well. So that moves me into my conclusion then. At £109.99, would I recommend the Fine K658? Absolutely. And even though I say it retails for £109, I've seen it on sale many times as well, and there's been discount codes in the past. So this microphone can also be picked up every now and then for a deal, but at the £109 asking price on Amazon at the moment, I think it is very much worth it considering what you get. It's got a fantastic sound profile straight out of the box. You don't have to mess around with any XLR audio interfaces because it just plugs in via USB straight away. Yeah, that takes away some of the customization, but if you're a beginner streamer or podcaster, you want to have as little of that as possible. You want to just plug in your microphone, set the gain to whatever you need it to be, and have a great sounding microphone straight off the bat. Again, it's a really easy to use microphone as well, with that gain knob that's just easily accessible with the capacitive mute button. It makes it just so easy to mute yourself on the fly if you need to mute yourself quickly, and adjust your volume of your mic as you're talking. It is just really easy to do. The microphone also has good build quality for the price. A lot of microphones around this price point use a lot of plastic. And then obviously what I think absolutely sells this microphone is the fact that it's got RGB. So obviously I absolutely recommend this microphone, but it doesn't come without improvements being needed in my opinion. The sound foam for the windshield needs to be improved. I think if they put a better quality sound shield to eliminate those plosives, then that would really make a huge difference, and it would just absolutely put the icing on top of the cake for me. And then one other thing I would want to see is to be able to control the RGB lighting so that you can set up the lighting as to how your setup is. Because if you're streaming and if you're on camera and you've got a certain color theme, then you want your peripherals and stuff to kind of go with that theme, as opposed to this, which is just like a multicolored RGB look. But at least you can turn it off if you need to. So I've been Mick from All About Tech. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Comment down below your thoughts as always. Subscribe to All About Tech if you like cool tech reviews just like this one. And also check us out on our other socials as well. We post on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok and Facebook. And we post tons of like sneak peeks of upcoming videos. So make sure you go give us a follow on those socials as well, so you're always up to date on what we're doing here at All About Tech. And with that said, we will see you in the next video. Bye for now.